Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Hello and welcome to CNBC-TV18 and Intel present Boost Your Business, a show that travels across the length and breadth of the country to meet with leading small and medium businesses to create and generate more awareness about how technology can help them stay ahead of the competition. I'm your host Gautam Srinivasan, and today we are in Mumbai to meet with Saral Design Solutions. So let's check out their story. Embracing womanhood with dignity. That's the guiding principle behind Saral Designs, a Mumbai-based startup that has come up with India's first automatic machine to produce sanitary napkins. Founded in 2015 by IIT alumni, Saral Designs is using technology to create a better future in menstrual hygiene and sanitation. Its aim is to help women get access to affordable and high-quality sanitary napkins by using product design, machine technology, and innovative delivery mechanisms. All right, now that we have a bit of a backstory about Saral Design Solutions, it's time to meet the ignited minds behind the business. Karthik Mehta is one of those ignited minds. Suhani Mohan is another one, and they're both the co-founders of Saral Design Solutions. Karthik is here to take us through the business. Karthik, great to meet you.
Thanks, Gautam. Great to meet you too.
Karthik, it's refreshing to see a startup trying to create change in a domain that is considered even taboo to talk about. So take us through how this journey of creating sanitary pads began.
Okay, so in 2014, my co-founder Suhani, she was in a Tata Jagrati Yatra program where she had gone to a lot of rural areas all across India. And this is where she met Anshu Gupta, who is a pioneer in this space, and came to know about the problem of menstrual hygiene, that women there are using cloth, rags, sand, or other unhygienic kind of products. And while she herself, she never had imagined what poor people would be using. So that is when she was very clear that she wanted to work in this space. At the same time, I come from a technology background. I done my graduation in IIT Madras, and since then I just wanted to build innovative products and create technologies which could have a impact in the society. So that was the goal, and when we two met together, we just felt, okay, this is a problem that it actually needs engineers like us to help solve the problem.
All right, so it was a meeting of the minds for the both of you.
Yeah. I think we both have our own unique skills, and we just brought them together and came up with.
And here it is. All right. Now you're a relatively young business, but I'm sure there's been a lot of ups and downs. Take us through some of the highlights in that journey.
So we are a very different kind of startup. We are not an e-commerce startup, not at all. We are looking at social impact. We are looking at creating innovative technologies. So it was initially we had to stay very low, work with very low funds, and create some prototypes, which I did in my father's garage. And we had come up with our first sanitary pad, and that I think was a turning point where we were able to convince our investors that okay, we have built a new technology, and we have made our first sanitary pad, which even urban women are very comfortable using, and it matches all the quality parameters that you need. Traditionally, the high-speed lines that the multinationals use, they are at least a 10 crore rupees setup, while we understood that for small and medium businesses, it would not be possible to come up with that setup, and then to be able to sell those many pads, they would need an even higher marketing budget. So what we figured is a budget of maybe 50 lakhs should be enough for an entrepreneur to start up, and in their own district, they should be able to create their own market and sell their own products.
Okay, and do you think somewhere the fact that we are at that point of the technological curve where a lot of the technology becomes accessible to businesses like you when we look at cost, do you think somewhere that has played an important part in bringing to life what Saral Design Solutions does as a business?
Yeah, I think that one of the most important strengths of Saral Designs is that we are a very young team, and we can easily adapt to new technologies that are coming in market day by day. So whether it be designing of the machine, or if it is in managing of our supply chain, or if we have to maintain the database or data collection or analysis, all these things, we are a bunch of guys who are very quickly we adapt to the technology. And the other thing is, the cost of the technology day by day, it's going down, which makes it easier for companies like us to use them and to be much more productive. And so yeah, definitely I feel that technology has actually helped us reach where we are.
All right. Now that we have the origin story, the journey, and of course the highlights of Saral Design Solutions, it's time now to meet Suhani to understand how technology has helped Saral Design Solutions stay ahead of the competition. So we'll do just that. Thank you so much for meeting us, Karthik. So this is Suhani Mohan, the other half of the dynamic duo which runs Saral Design Solutions. Suhani, great to meet you. Thank you so much for giving us the time. I see you're busy at work, so we'll just take 5 minutes of your time. Now, I see a lot of technology being used, but when you use technology, there is this view that it makes things more expensive. How do you manage then to create affordable solutions for your customers?
I think that view is wrongly put in a way. How we look at it is at a point when we want to scale, technology is the way that you can actually cut the cost to the minimum. For example, we sell these Swatch machines to different entrepreneurs all across India. Now, to be able to monitor the quality, to be able to monitor their production, raw material supply chain, it will have a drastic impact on the manpower that I need. But from the very beginning, we have been using technology to track their raw material supply chain orders and how their production and quality control is, which helps us that even if I'm at 10 machines or 100 machines, I'll have the same overheads to cover and manage everyone.
All right. And in terms of design and development, I noticed one of your co-workers is working on a CAD software to kind of create the elements of it. Take us through, you've got a fairly young workforce, take us through some of the applications that you use your PCs for.
Sure. So, of course, the design software Autodesk is something that we use, and we have been really fortunate to be supported by Autodesk at the very beginning of our organization. So, designing is one part of it. The other part of it is, of course, when you sell the pads and sell the product, there are softwares for invoicing that we use. Then there are softwares for cash management. We do get like a lot of petty cash. There are people who go door to door and sell it. So to manage that, there's another software. There's a HR software that we have. There is something that we use Google Sheets extensively to track different orders, etc. that go on. So these are some of the softwares that you can also see on the screens that people are actually working on. So it's extensively technology driven from the very beginning. Initially, it may be some upfront investment to actually invest in these softwares, but it is completely worth it. We have increased our efficiency by almost 20-30% just by automating things.
All right. And now that the 20% figure, if we put it into perspective, what are some of the use cases where it has solved some of the problems, where adoption of IT, adoption of PCs has solved some of the business related problems that you faced?
So primarily from a sales side, we used to get like a lot of calls, and tracking them only just by emails, etc. was getting difficult. Now we have we have made our own CRM system using Google spreadsheets, etc., and linked it with calendars. So we have become much more time sensitive in a way that things happened on time, we are reverting to people on time. It's like a huge volume driven business that we are in, so we need to respond to people on time. That was one big advantage. The second thing was in accounting, for example, we were spending so much time just with paperwork. So now automating all that with Happy and QuickBooks has integrated our time. It just takes like a couple of days in a month to clear all our accounts.
Okay, and distribution is also a very important part when it comes to a business in the sense of promoting all these affordable care solutions to the masses that you do. So in terms of leveraging the power of IT to enhance distribution, how has the adoption of IT and PCs helped you?
There's a lot of video content that we had made, and YouTube is a very important channel that people are accessing through their computers, through their phones now. And in terms of the last mile distribution, women go door to door, they show these videos and create this whole ripple effect of awareness and education. Apart from that, most of our people who purchase these machines for decentralized manufacturing, we are passing all this software knowledge to them in our training sessions, so that they don't have to go through a manual process and become more inefficient. So whatever we are doing, we pass it on to every individual entrepreneur, even in a tier 2, tier 3 town, which we feel very happy about, that the technology adoption, even though they are like, we're not comfortable with the emails, but we ask them, get used to this.
Get used to the program. That's the sense here.
Yes.
I have a few more questions for you. Let's visit your cabin to end those questions. Thank you. Suhani, do you think there's a lesson there of being technology ready, even if you are a small and medium business, to face any challenges, any vagaries that a business typically faces?
So absolutely, as the times are changing so fast, there are things that you'll have to constantly upgrade and change. When you're using technology, it is a simple upgrade of the software, right? And most of these software upgrades are fairly simple, and whenever they are complex, people provide some sort of video conferencing training. So if you're not using this, your whole process of manually moving from one system to the other one becomes very, very complex. And we have seen like a lot of companies shut down because of not being tech savvy in this duration. So there is no way that an SME can survive without using technology now.
All right, Swani, it's been wonderful speaking with you
Same
and
here.
knowing more about the company. But the show is not yet over. I have a little surprise for both you and Karthik. So let's see what it is. So Hani, Karthik, thank you for demonstrating to us how Saral Design Solutions uses technology to boost its business. As a small token of our appreciation, we'd like to present you with a Lenovo ThinkPad E480 from our OEM partner and this Marg ERP9 software from our software partner. Thank you for showing us around. But that's not the end of the show. We've got one more case study coming up from another part of India. So stay tuned for that.
SMBs have been very averse to technology. Part of it is they think they don't know, and many of them don't understand it. Large companies can hire people who understand it. But having said that, today's startups have solutions that are very easy to use. They can very easily come and enable you on a platform. Technology has also moved, where in the old days, trying to interface with a software solution was very difficult. That's not true today. You can do it almost as if you were speaking natural language.
It's not that technology is a very difficult journey. It's just that the SMEs have not started on that journey. And what we need today is a private and a public ecosystem which pushes the SMEs towards that journey. And what we are doing from a Lenovo perspective is we are working with our technology partners and our channel partners to provide that platform to the SMEs.
Welcome back to CNBC-TV18 and Intel present Boost Your Business. As our journey continues towards generating more awareness about the use of technology in driving growth for small and medium businesses, our next stop is Surat and our next case study is Regan Fashions. So let's take an inside look into how technology helps them move forward. Regan Fashions is a Surat-based manufacturer, supplier, trader and exporter of different types of fabrics and yarns. Founded in 1964, the company offers an assortment of products under the brand name Liberty. By utilizing advanced weaving technologies and modern facilities, by following strict industrial quality norms, Regan Fashions makes products that are used extensively in garment, textile and home decoration sectors. All right, now that we have a backstory about the work Regan Fashions does, the business of fashion is very complicated. So let's see how technology helps them uncomplicate it. Let's meet with the leadership and see how they do it. Hi Dinesh.
Hi.
Thank you so much for giving us the time. Thank you so much. All right, let's know a bit more about Regan Fashions. The origin story, how did things start? I guess it's been more than 60 years since you've been in operation.
My father started this business long back in '64 under the brand name of Liberty. Now, earlier we were just small traders. We used to buy fabrics from the various small manufacturers and we used to sell it in the small shops, the retail outlets that you see. And then my father started exploring different cities. My elder brother was also into it. Both the elder brothers were taking good care of this business. In 2009, we actually incorporated this Regan Fashions Private Limited.
Okay, and how tough is this business to run?
This is totally an unpredictable business. Every day the fashion changes. It's totally a trial and error. It's totally a survey based. It's totally a requirement that we see, the culture they follow. So in a way it's very difficult, but then
you need to keep innovating to keep up with that.
Sure.
All right. And how confident are you about the way ahead? Since you mentioned that, keeping up with the customer, a very unpredictable customer, is not exactly an easy thing for a small and medium business. So taking that into consideration, how confident are you about the way ahead for your company?
it's mainly a B2B business.
Okay.
So our clients tell us what change in the fashion is happening.
Okay. Okay.
We have good retail stores all over the world who are buying our fabrics. So what happens in the West definitely comes in the East, and so that way we are. It's a seasonal, it's a cyclical change. So yes.
So it's a cyclical business, and because of your experience, you think you can tide it over. All right, let's see how your operations work to make sure that you can tide over all these uncertainties and keep innovating for your customers. Shall we?
Sure, please. So Gautam, this is Karishma,
Hi, Karishma.
my wife. She actually takes care of the entire finance and accounts and all the technological part of it.
Oh, so you're the perfect person to ask many of the technology related questions that I have.
I'll be happy.
This long journey that this company has gone through, 60 plus years. But at what stage did you realize the need for technology to improve a lot of things, to enhance the way you work?
In this competitive market, growth is the right answer, and we wanted to grow faster. So we decided why not to look back and judge. We found that this technology which we are using were not up to the mark. We really wanted to have change over that. So we decided why not to upgrade the technology that is around us. So we got almost 800 machines for weaving from Korea. Along with that, we got computers installed with SAP.
Okay.
That was the very good decision that we found. And that's really helping us a lot to upgrade ourselves, to see the growth in my company.
All right, let's go over to your account side as well and see how your enterprise resource planning software has helped you function better, shall we?
Definitely, come.
So this is where the numbers magic happens.
Certainly.
All right. Now we were talking about SAP, so let me expand on that question. Of course, for the accounting related functions, there are a lot of essential softwares required, but looking at the application of ERP across different touch points in your organization, give us an overview of how you use ERP software.
Okay. Now, as I said earlier, we want to grow faster. When you want to grow faster, you need control. So what we did, we implemented this on a very segmented level, I'll say that. That's a production management, then comes financial management, then comes barcoding, QR coding, then legal compliances, then statistical analysis of sales. That is on quantitative and qualitative basis. So you get the active product on your table.
Okay, and take one of those functions where you use an ERP software and tell me how you use it, how it improves you.
Previously, what we used to do, purchases are done, sales are done, but there were no proper records. But now when we are purchasing, contracts are made, invoices are made, and the payments are done accordingly. Same way, suppliers, we get the contracts, we make invoices. This makes your deal very smooth and efficient.
It helps you streamline and offer a better deal to your customers as well. Okay, and besides, say, implementing SAP, what other softwares do you use across functions?
Okay, we are using customized ERP. Secondly, we are using all the tools of Microsoft Office.
Okay.
We are on the verge of getting Looms technology, Looms monitoring, which I'll precise. Secondly, we are looking for quality control, which helps in analysis of quantum.
All right. And in terms of improving productivity across the organization, how has this embrace of IT and PC usage improved productivity across all departments?
Productivity is based on many factors. First, I'll pick up with collaboration.
Okay.
You will see there are so many different departments.
Okay.
But to collaborate, each and every department is a very vital role.
Okay.
Secondly, taking up proactive measures so that your decisions are not delayed. When the decisions are delayed, that really affects your productivity. So if there is no delay, there is a cost saving, which includes in your finance.
Okay.
We need HR department, and as you know, we have number of customers, so we need to have customer relationship because we want to know the customer buying pattern as well.
Okay.
So for that we have one department. We have purchase and procurement departments as well, which keeps a very keen eye on the market.
All right, let's continue this conversation with Dinesh in the warehouse, shall we?
Sure.
All right, here we are at the warehouse. Now, Dinesh, the introduction of GST caused significant technological problems for businesses and especially small and medium businesses. So how did you tide over these problems?
See, actually GST is not something which has happened just overnight. We had to plan it. and the entire team was very much ready for it. And so, if GST is introduced, it is actually a blessing in disguise for any enterprise which is technologically updated, which is system driven.
All right, but for an organization to always be ready, the workforce also needs to be IT ready. So, is your workforce, that kind of a workforce which always embraces change in IT, in technology, and is ready to upgrade itself as well?
Every organization that is on a growth path, the entire workforce, the entire staff working has to be attached with the organization. They have to be, they must be seeing their growth in the organization growth and the organization growth in their growth. So, in that way, we had a introspection with each and every employee that this is the change that we need to do, this is the technological shift we need to introduce in our organization, and some of them dropped out and many of them actually took it as a challenge, and so we grew.
So, it was a Darwinian evolution for you. Those who could keep up survived, those who couldn't left behind. Well, it's been great talking to you, Dinesh and Karishma. As a small token of our appreciation, we'd like to present you with a Lenovo ThinkPad E480 from our OEM partner and the Zoho CRM solution from our software solutions partner, so that your firm can grow ahead using technology. Thank you so much for giving us time for this show. Thank you. All right, those were the stories of Saral Design Solutions and Regan Fashions, demonstrating how using technology can help them out-compete their competitors. But we've got lots more case studies on Boost Your Business next week, another episode. Stay tuned to CNBC-TV18.